And that is how you get out of an Albanian prison.
That's what we've been talking about in
this whole time.
Weeks.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Down with Boring, everyone. Special stopgap edition in festival season.
Yeah, we thought we'd check in.
We did. And also, everyone listening will already know the answer to this, but we currently have the live feed of Bombay Bicycle Club at Glastonbury on. Damon Albarn rumoured to be
showing up.
Last song, I believe, currently.
Is that
No,
what
I think we're currently on the last song, or maybe second to
We're
last.
definitely near the end. They've been on for a while.
No Damon yet. So
no Damon
We're
yet.
going to carry on with the show as normal, but at some point we will be sounding the Damon alarm if it is an occurrence.
You'll get a first-hand look of us. Well, first-hand listen of us watching Glastonbury and
a sort of sonic accompaniment to the visuals you could see by tuning into the Glasto.
It's like a shit director's commentary, except also you'll be listening to this way after Glastonbury's done.
But you could put it on.
Yeah.
We can talk about it like we're in Bombay Bicycle Club if you want.
If you can go back to...
So now this bit for me is always an interesting part of the set. You see there...
he's playing the guitar.
Yeah, there it is.
Close up on Reebok trainers.
That's the drummer. The drummer plays the drums in the band. That's the interesting part of it.
There is a lime green jacket on. And by the way, it's hot. So that man is sweating. One thing I will notice... The collective mass of hair in Bombay Bicycle Club has gone down drastically.
There is, I don't know the names, I'm afraid.
No.
There is one guy really trying to get enough hair to bring the average back up to normal.
Yes.
But he's playing a losing battle, as we all will, as
time comes for us.
By.
It was just noticeable, especially with the sun that's shining off. So, at some point we will let you know if Damon Albarn comes on stage at Glastonbury. We are watching that live stream right now. Watched Confidence Man earlier. Was very, very good.
Yes.
Enjoyed it.
So we're recording this on the Friday of Glastonbury.
Yeah. We're not there.
It's about, it's 5 to 6. So
really giving you an insight.
Well, I just want, if someone's gone, hey, I was at Glastonbury and the Saturday midnight was the best bit. Like, we're not there. We're recording this from Tottenham Hale. And
Glastonbury for the Victoria line, I believe.
Exactly.
Yes. In London.
And B, it's very early on at Glastonbury, so we can't really be held responsible for what we do or don't cover.
No. Yeah. This is a great point for us, actually.
But what, Jamie, what has happened since we last did a Down with Boring?
Yes, you would have, obviously, we last chatted to Good Neighbours, which is very nice. They've had a massive summer.
They have. They've
big shows. Good
friends.
Good friends.
A joke they claim not to have heard before.
Yeah. Which I love those guys, but come on, you've heard that joke, surely.
Yeah.
And if not, they're going to hear it more and more. I mean, that was what we decided upon. It was like, that's actually going to happen. But it's been a busy summer. There's lots going on, lots in the world of music. Lots happening on. Jake is currently extending his legs on the sofa next to me.
We're going to get one of those cameras like they have at the BBC now, so you can see all the action as it occurs.
Like what, a webcam?
Yeah, exactly. Jamie, what have you been to?
What have I been to? What's been happening since? It's been a busy time. I've been traversing the globe, and going to Nottingham as well.
That's part of the globe.
That is part of the globe. Went to Dot Festival.
Wow. I hear there was a very well curated stage at Dot to Dot.
There was, yeah. Somebody called Dork.
What a great
curate it with the fine folk at Dot to Dot. Amazing festival. Obviously, there's a lot of those new music festivals about. So, we've kind of, we've been going to many over the years, so we've kind of got the hang of it. But this is my first time at Dot to Dot, and had a wonderful time, actually. Saw lots of really, really good stuff. Anthony Smierek was a highlight. Had an absolute packed out room. The Magic Gang, who I also saw do their last London show.
Yes,
so that was
sad time to say farewell.
Sad time to say farewell.
But I'm very much hoping for it in the same mould as the Maccabees, where individual members
go off and do their own thing.
Do fun stuff.
Yeah, they are.
Exactly.
They are already. So
it's a good time. It's a bad time and a good time.
Yeah, if you specifically want to see the Magic Gang,
bad time.
You're running out of time.
You are.
I believe there's only 2 dates left that they've got booked into play.
Why do you know that?
I am called Songkick. I'm afraid. Yes, they're playing 2 more festivals. I believe one is Truck and the other is Tramlines. So if you go into those,
the TT.
Get in. It was emotional. It was an emotional show. but very, very good nonetheless. Played a lot of hits. And he did that at Dot to Dot as well, which was pretty good. Wonder Horse, really great at Dot to Dot. Jockstrap, another top one. Picture Parlour, a really nice day. Also Nottingham, I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Sheriffs, Friars,
Yeah, a lot of that kicking
Young
about.
T and Bugsy.
All on equal part setting, isn't it?
To me, Robin Hood and the trap duo Young T and Bugsy come from a very similar place in society.
Similar vibe. Nottingham Forest Football Club.
Of course. Yes. Oh, are they based in Nottingham? Are they?
What gave it away? But that was very good, and yeah, a great stage and all as well. So yeah, I think people who went would have had a really good time.
I believe at one point Nottingham had the highest per capita rate of gun crime in the UK.
Okay.
Not sure if that still stands, and I believe it's probably slightly manipulated by the fact that Nottingham's a relatively small city.
Yes, probably the facts. It wasn't the case that the music was so good that people were shooting guns into the air. Unfortunately, I did not see that.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
But for the organisers of Dot to Dot and the health and safety reps
of the city as well, probably didn't do that. But that was very good. But obviously, that was a big weekend of things going on. The Friday was the Pale Waves Dorks Night Out show, the secret one. We kept secret, of course. We kept secret. You'll be hearing more from Pale Waves in just a bit. Actually,
you will. I wasn't there.
No.
Jamie was there.
Yep.
Which is, I haven't heard the chat, but if anyone thinks it's maybe not as good as it could have been, that's because I couldn't make it, I'm afraid. Speaking of big weekends, though, my sunny town of Luton hosted a big weekend of its own, which went swimmingly.
As a Luton resident, can you give us the feedback from the town? As you represent the town
good
on this one.
Good feedback. It was actually quite adorable. A lot of people near the park were in their windows. A lot of kids cheering people on as they came in and out of the festival.
Cheering them on. Cheering them on.
Yeah.
As if at the end of it, they're like, oh, they're fucked. Like,
much,
go on. You can get the train.
Thing is, the park is at the top of quite a steep hill.
Okay.
So I think on the way up, it was a real, well done, guys.
Yeah.
Well done.
So they could roll down at the end of it, is what you're trying to say.
100%.
Did you feel the presence of superstars within Luton?
Yeah, I think it's just, it's more a case of... So Luton Airport is the airport that most superstars fly into because it has a completely parallel system for private planes.
Why do you know that?
Because I live in Luton. So actually,
it's like an info pack when you first
very convenient festival for a lot of people playing. I think it's just one of those.
I
think a lot of people who live in a lot of towns, a lot of places, when there's first a festival there, I think it's just quite funny. Because you're standing in a field and it feels like any other festival. Yeah. But it's quite funny to be watching Sabrina Carpenter and think, they're in Luton. It was like when Beyonce played Sunderland and she updated her location to Sunderland. As we've spoken about before. That's, I think, the main joy of being at a festival in the place you live that doesn't normally have them. Yeah. Because everyone you see, you just go, you're in Luton.
Yeah, why are you in Luton?
You're a 15-minute walk from a chicken shop that I frequent.
Yeah, it's like, do you reckon, like, who was playing this year? Oh, like, Eric Prydz went to, what was the kebab place that we went to when I went up to Luton? What was it called?
Oh, Medi Kitchen.
Shout out Medi Kitchen. That is a sensational place. Great value as well.
Great guys.
We're not sponsored by Medi Kitchen.
I wish we were.
Oh, mate, we'd have made it if we that. Like the idea of like AJ Tracy kicking about in Luton, or
I think that's the thing. I think for me, it's funnier to think of people like AJ Tracy who know what Luton is than people that like Sabrina Carpenter who probably have no idea. Like Coldplay did a whole rendition of Yellow as Orange.
Yeah, what was that about?
It was for Luton Town.
Luton Town,
who wear orange, but the lyrics. Everyone was like, oh, what a great moment. And it was a great moment. But the lyrics, obviously because Luton Football Club, if for any football supporters, got relegated. So the lyrics are basically like, when you try really hard and it fucking goes horribly wrong and you suck. And then he was like, we love you, Luton. It's like, oh, cheers, Chris.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks for reminding us of the town turmoil
exactly.
That's kicked in. Yeah.
Annoyingly, Sabrina Carpenter didn't change espresso to Luton Airport Expressway.
Luton Airport Expressway. Yo,
that's that me Luton Dart Expressway.
Oh, it's Damon Albarn.
Damon Albarn's
on stage.
And he's playing a keyboard.
There he is.
He's dressed like shit.
Hold on, we got to work out what he's actually doing.
What is he doing?
1 second. They do have a song on
They
the
do. He's
latest
doing
album.
the song.
They're doing the song, which
He seems to have the words up for.
it's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good sign. Yeah. Well, there he is. To paint a picture, he's in all green.
So to paint a picture for anyone listening to this, several days, a week after it happened, and somehow still doesn't know it happened.
You're aware?
David Albarn did come out with Bombay Bicycle Club.
Can confirm. We've just witnessed it.
6:03.
6:03.
Probably 6:02. We weren't paying much attention.
We weren't paying
He
much-
was dressed very inconspicuously.
He just kind of slid on before we even checked. Sensational. Slid on and maybe, has really left an impression. Maybe like Taylor Swift.
It's true. I'm
Into
actually
London.
a bit annoyed he hasn't brought Noodle with him.
Sorry, Damon Albarn couldn't be here, but we've got Russell Hobbs.
Yes, we've got Murdoch.
Was it Russell? It is Russell Hobbs.
Russell Hobbs, yeah,
but not
like the
that-
kettle.
Like after the kettle. Yeah, that's why I thought that maybe it wasn't the case, but yeah, there he is. He's doing well. Everyone looks to be having a nice time.
He's doing so little of aesthetic note that the camera is not even really focusing on him.
Is this like when Elton John played on that Yard Act tune?
Yeah,
When he is like, well,
it's
is
like
he
no
there?
vocals, I'm
Is he
afraid.
there? Yeah.
No vocals. Just the old Joanne.
Yeah. You're like, does that count? I don't know. Speaking of big appearances, Taylor Swift has taken over London in the time since we last did the podcast.
Yes, that is true.
That was good.
I was up in Liverpool
Yes.
before she played there, and they were going hard. It was very We
There was
Love
a lot.
Taylor.
Yeah.
I think the university did some lectures on Taylor Swift. They had big banners up.
What's the lecture about?
I think basically, weirdly, I don't know
Swiftonomics.
I don't know what the lecture is. But I think the fact that there is a lecture is kind of what makes it worthy of a lecture. And the lecture could be
that's
on
true.
why is Taylor Swift so big that we feel it's worth.
Yeah.
You're almost like you're perpetuating your own, But
Your own
yes,
thing.
Taylor Swift playing London, obviously quite a big deal.
Felt like the biggest. Just absolutely massive. The whole place taken over. A lot of friendship bracelets being passed out, which we love to see.
We do.
That's wholesome and good fun. I would love it.
Yeah, I think Taylor Swift's one of those. I've never been a big fan of her music, but I think it was quite interesting to see people being like, "Oh God, Taylor Swift." And as it got closer, and it was so obviously wholesome.
Yeah,
And the
everyone's just
fans
having a
were
good
so
time.
Clearly having a good time. Because I think it's completely legitimate to criticize if you want to various of any billionaire or whatever.
Yeah,
But
in
it
any
kind of
sphere.
people start criticizing the fandom, and then those voices just vanished when she actually played because it was just so obviously a really nice time
And a really
it's
good,
just-
fun
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, I do. I did enjoy that quite a bit.
Absolute hits.
Yes,
To be
I
fair.
mean this is the other thing. Like a lot of the criticisms just patently untrue. It's just
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's just middle of the road music. I'm afraid there are some hits there.
Yeah. There's a
I don't
number of
think you can
hits.
deny.
Yeah, and a massive show, and it
Yes.
looked like a great show.
Yes.
Hence the you see the guest list for the shows was
I did
pretty
not
mad,
know.
as in like the people
Saw the
who were
royal
turning up.
family were there.
The royal, well, yes, Prince William
Yes.
was there with the gang. Paul McCartney, your mate, was there.
My mate indeed.
Your mate was there. One of my favorites, John Bon Jovi, went along. That's quite nice.
Peter Gabriel.
Peter Gabriel was there. Yeah, yes.
There's a very good photo where there's a lot of cameras angled at Paul McCartney and Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Taylor's there. There's a couple of other famous people there. And everyone is looking at
Yeah.
the wrong camera. And in the background, Peter Gabriel is looking right down the
Fucking
lens.
bam.
He knew.
Star.
That's star power right there.
Just want to say,
Oh, he's playing guitar now.
Damon Albarn is still on stage.
And now he's playing guitar.
What's he doing now? Hold on.
The importance of voting.
He's talking about voting. I think this will come out after voting, after the election. So
Yeah, this will.
yeah. So
What's quite funny
Hopefully
about
the
Damon
Wii did
Albarn
that.
talking about the importance of voting is it's basically as political as he can get with a Labour candidate and a confirmed Tory in his band. He has to be in the middle. He has to just be like, could you vote for someone?
just vote in it.
All we need now is Graham Coxon to come out as Lib Dem.
There's no more Blur dates in the diary, so he's all right for a
that's
little bit
true.
longer. So
Yeah. I wonder how Murdoch votes.
oh, he's doing Tender now by Blur.
Yeah, but he's sort of doing it in a jaunty Lonnie Donegan-esque style, I'd say.
It's going, it's a nice touch.
Oh, he's coming into it now.
Bombay Bicycle Club are the backing band
They are.
now.
This is like when
Which
we
I like.
saw Rick Astley and Blossoms doing the Smiths.
It's exactly like that. I quite like the idea of how the meeting would have gone to have decided that he was going to do Tender. Like, was it Damon who was like, well, I might as well fucking do Tender while I'm here. Yeah, come on, mate.
To be fair, I do agree when someone comes on and it's a big guest.
Yeah,
and that's really exciting. Yeah. There's nothing more deflating as a fan than them coming on doing the brand new song that they've got with someone else and then leaving.
To be fair, I like this. This is good.
Also, Tender's quite a nice one because he, it's the most singy one, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's very.
If he'd done like song 2, it would be like, well, where's the rest of Blur?
Done. There we go. Jack from Bombay is singing the Graham Coxon part. I was wondering what was going to happen there. Wholesome. Congratulations. Speaking of wholesome, Phoebe Waller-Bridge went to Taylor Swift.
What's wholesome about that?
Fleabag was great, wasn't it?
No, I didn't like it.
Do you not like Fleabag?
No.
Come on, mate. Get up to date.
Sorry, mate.
Andrew Scott went. He was there. Ellie Goulding. Kate Blanchett was also there. That was on one date. On June 22nd, here's a big one, Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah. Saw Tom Cruise there.
That's good.
Which is interesting because, like,
why was he there?
Joined a cult and Taylor Swift has sort of become the figurehead of quite a cultish group. And he must be kicking himself because he could have made his own. He could have
it's how Tom Cruise era's tour.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, it's halfway through the show being like, so what about Scientology?
Yeah, what about it?
What about it? Scientology's kind of really faded off. Like, it used to be like the proper ooh, but now it's kind of just, I feel like it's not really talked about as much anymore.
Yeah, I think like real stuff started happening again.
Yeah,
there weren't any new high-profile Scientologists. That's the thing. None of the younger people are getting into it.
Yeah, who
like if like
you've got Tom Cruise and Travolta, those were the famous Scientologists.
Yeah, so like, I tell you what, if Paul Mescal comes out as a Scientologist, it's going to go right to the top again, right up to the top.
Yeah, actually, we haven't had any for a while. Yeah, a lot of these are like. Yeah, no, not actually a huge amount.
This is quite meandering, isn't it?
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it might be.
Do you think it might be?
As you can tell, people listening, we don't really have much of a plan for this one.
We just thought we'd check in and, show you some bits.
See if anyone still cared. What else did we have to talk about? I went to see Liam Gallagher at the O2. That was quite weird.
Quite weird?
Yeah, well, he did...
There was the definitely maybe
anniversary, which he chose to do.
Yes.
And then the set list wasn't in order because he said, well, I can't do Live Forever like third, can I? And it was like, well, no one made you do that.
You
and then he did a load of B-sides, which no one really cared about. And then after the B-sides, he did Cigarettes and Alcohol. And then he said to the crowd, like, oh, you are fucking alive, are you? God, yeah, who cares about the B-sides? Cigarettes and Alcohol. As if it is one of the biggest...
to do this!
Everyone went mental for it. And he acted like that was the weirdest thing he'd ever seen.
What, Cigarettes and Alcohol?
He was like, God, you all like the huge hits, don't you? There was also a man in front and next to me using binoculars like opera glasses throughout.
The O2 is quite a big venue, but I feel like you don't need it at that point.
He was having a good time. But yeah, finally
That's going to be at Reading this year.
It is.
Yeah, which is interesting.
I think it's one of those where if you are a huge fan, there are some songs there that obviously, because normally you just get the hits, don't you?
Yeah.
But I think for the majority of people going to see it, like, it is quite funny when he's like, oh, we're not going to do one of the big ones we normally do, but here is Diggsy's Dinner.
Yeah. Also, I just like the idea that he's like incredulous about the fact he has to play these songs, but it's like, you decided to do this tour.
Yeah, I think it's one of those.
Looked fun though. It did look very fun.
It was fun, but it is just very, very him, isn't it?
I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but it's his name on the door.
No, but what I mean is like to choose to play a load of songs that you then complain about playing on the night is a very Liam Gallagher thing to do.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I can't believe it. And it's like, you decided. Yeah. You decided. So that was good fun. That's what you're trying to say. Nice. It's been a great summer. There's been a lot going on.
I mean, we're only a month in.
Yeah, there's a lot more to come, which we're going to talk about later in the show. We're going to talk.
But first, the reason we've gathered you all here today.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, do you want to explain why a month after?
Yeah, get ready to do this interview. So, Pale Waves headline, Dork's Night Out at the 100 Club. Incredible stuff. Maybe I think maybe our biggest Dork's Night Out to date.
So, yeah.
Incredible show. Kickstarting like a brand new era for Pale Waves. Obviously, long-time favourites with Dork Magazine, multiple-time cover stars. You were teasing, weren't we? But, like,
I think also shout out to them for doing it, but also playing along. Doing all the little tea. I think, it was good fun to be a part of.
We had good fun. We had good fun. Just want to shout out the people who thought it was Louis Tomlinson.
Yes.
It was. It clearly wasn't.
My favourite was the one comment that said, "I'm getting Blossoms vibes."
Yeah. Yes, that's a good one. Is it because there were just flowers?
It's very that meme of like guy who's only seen Boss Baby watching any other film. Like person who's only heard of Blossoms. Oh, this could be Blossoms.
This could be Blossoms, you know. So it clearly wasn't Louis Tomlinson. But yeah, a really incredible show. They're kickstarting a new era, as mentioned. Perfume has been revealed to be the new single, which is out in the world. And Smitten is the album that's coming out in September. So looking forward to it. Kickstarting a new era. Just an incredible night. Shout out to Daydreamers who opened as well. Amazing. But yeah, Pale Waves just absolutely, full on greatest hits, bangers. Was chatting to them, and obviously this is like the first time they've really done like a show this small in a very, very long time. So we were very happy to have them on board. Thanks to 100 Club again for another incredible night. So while there, chatted to the band in the famous 100 Club dressing room about...
The dressing room or the office? For long-term...
We were in the dressing room, for long-term listeners.
There's a big difference between the two. So the dressing room, interesting.
Yeah, we're in the dressing room.
Superior space.
Well, it was all four of Pale Waves and me, and so therefore the office would have been tight.
That's true.
It would have been very tight. So we all packed into that to chat about everything to come. What you'll enjoy on this interview is, again, we were interviewing before the show about the album that wasn't yet announced that was going to be announced.
Yep.
And the single that they played live for the first time at Dork's Night Out at 100 Club. By the way, sick tune. Love it. Maybe one of my favourite Pale Wave tunes for a long time, actually. It's really, really good. We were talking about that for the show that wasn't going to come out until later. There's a moment where my mind melts.
Yes.
And it's very hot.
I imagine there would be. So basically what happened was we were going to do this chat anyway at a time with the show, and then obviously because we went way ahead of them releasing some stuff,
it's in the bank. It's in the bank.
So we've held off for a few weeks so that we're not accidentally breaking several embargoes in a 10-minute chat in the dressing room of the 100 Club.
We didn't want to cause any issues. Yeah. So this is why we're dropping in.
Preempting a huge campaign from the band with Jamie Muir in a backstage room eating a cheese twist.
I don't want to ruin everything the Pale Waves are doing. So yes, this is taken from 100 Club. So go and have a listen to this right now with Pale Waves ahead of everything kicking off. What we are going to do before then, though, is just note that it's a Brat summer.
It is a Brat summer. We haven't spoken about that.
It's a Brat summer. Charli XCX
finally breaking through to get the mainstream recognition that she deserves, which she's always almost got with every album. And it is good to see. It's good to see her finally release an album where people, friends of mine, who don't really like listen to modern music, going, have you heard the new Charli XCX album? Which is what she has richly deserved for several years. So shout out.
Incredible album. It's Brat Summer. We're going to play That Girl So Confusing with Lord. Huge moment. Together. This is that song. And afterwards, here's Pale Waves at the 100 Club.
There's still a young girl from Essex. People say we're alike. They say we've got the same hair. It's you and me on the coin. The industry loves to spend. And when we put this to bed, the internet will go crazy. I'm glad I know how you feel, cause I ride for you, Charli. Girl, Charli. It's so confusing sometimes to be a girl. Girl. It's so confusing sometimes to be a girl.
And here we are. We are in the cave of the 100 Club dressing room. It's very hot, it's very warm. But don't worry, we're joined by Pale Waves. Pale Waves.
Hello.
How are we doing? How is everyone?
Hello. Yeah, we're good.
Good. The perfect runaround. Yes, there is only one microphone shared between 4 people. It's going to go really, really well. How is everything in the world of Pale Waves at the moment? How are we doing?
Everything's going great. Perfume's out now.
Yes, amazing. All looking ahead to, I guess, does it feel like a new era for you guys? Like, it must be with every kind of like album that comes and everything like that. Like, is that something you like tangibly feel like when it's stuff going? Like, okay, this is the next chapter for us, kind of.
I do, 100%. What about you guys?
No, 100%, yeah. I think as well, because it's quite different, isn't it, from the last one, so it does feel like a shift. From everything, from the way the live show goes, and the artwork and everything is just it's all new and fresh, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like I guess like obviously with like on like album 4 and kind of everything as well. Like, can you feel yourself like change as well? Have you felt that change as a band through each kind of release, especially into this one as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think Unwanted did a lot for us as a band, especially in the live environment. I mean, we brought that album for it to be a live album, basically. And those are some of the funnest songs to play live, and I look forward to playing those the most. Yeah. But it is nice to feel like we didn't really have any kind of boundaries when writing this next album. And it just feels very natural. Yeah, it feels like, that kind of like next album. Was that something you had in mind even as you're going through kind of like Unwanted and as you were kind of like getting to the end of that cycle of touring, I guess? Was that already there, that kind of idea of what came next? Or was it something that kind of appeared kind of like past that, really? Yeah, I think it appeared after, or it kind of revealed itself. Yeah. More and more. Yeah. Because we had a long time to write this album. Yeah. Well, not ages, but long enough. Yeah. We had a long... We were like fucking years. 10 years. Yeah. We've always been working on this album. Yeah. It's just been there in the background, to be fair. And it must be nice as well, kind of... obviously, like getting out there, obviously we're at 100 Club right now as we do this chat, and obviously playing a smaller show as well before going off and touring. When this comes out, you'll be somewhere in the world. Somewhere in the world. Like, how does it feel? Obviously, this is before the show. It's a real like mind fuck basically this episode because it's before but it's after. So when you hear this, everyone, the show would have happened. It would have been great, but we're talking about the show that's about to happen. Yeah. Playing something that's like a sort. Yeah, we're really here. You know, it's basically just a big game of like, what's going to happen. That's it, really. Playing like a show like this as well, is it quite nice to kind of kickstart, I guess, that next chapter with kind of like this kind of really small show before kind of kicking off with everything else? Yeah, I think so, because I feel like it's very limited tickets, so the people that have the tickets are watching for a Pale Wave show. Yes. Kind of the best way to kick off this campaign, although it is kind of nerve-wracking because I feel like the smaller it gets, the more nervous I get.
The closer the people are, right?
There's no barrier tonight.
Yeah. We love that though. We do. Yeah. Well, I do.
You can see the whites of the eyes, basically. Yes. It'll be that, yeah.
It's very intimate.
There were some looks in the room. That's all I'm going to say. Exactly, that's the kind of bit, to be fair. No, let's record. Brilliant. And I guess, kind of like, obviously, like, I guess going forward for you guys and kind of like that ambition, especially with kind of like what's coming next and kind of like where you go next, and like, are you always thinking those kind of few steps ahead, especially with this record and kind of where that's kind of like come from? Is that kind of very much ingrained of like, right, we know what we're going to do next, this is where we want to go as a band, especially kind of like this many albums kind of like in, really? Yeah, I think so. I definitely think 10 steps ahead always. So when everyone hears the album, I've already heard it so many times, and I'm on to the next project. Yeah, you're like, I know this now. Yeah. I don't need to hear it. No, I'm sick of it. No, I love it. But yeah, we dream big and we want the biggest success. Yeah, exactly. And with kind of like the album as well, is it very much coming from I don't know, like if you're looking kind of like back, like what kind of like key kind of influences did you want to go on to do with this album? Like, especially because like you say, the last album very much, here we are in the live arena, kind of like, here we are, that's what we're making it for. Like, with this album, is that kind of slightly different? Did you have in mind, or was there like a clear concept, I guess? There wasn't any like artists in particular that, I really listened to. It was more so the music that I grew up listening to, and then listening to those songs and being like, oh, I love that part. How could we make that a Pale Wave song?
Like, for example, I really felt freedom with my vocals in this album.
Yeah.
You know, like singers like Dolores from the Cranberries or Shirley from Garbage.
Yeah.
They just, you know, they don't try to be this, like, even though they are phenomenal singers, they just let their own personality shine through with their vocals.
Yeah.
And I tried to do that on this album. I didn't feel any kind of, I had to do this or I had to do that. Just what felt natural. So
Nice.
there's lots of ridiculous yodeling.
Oh, that's it. That's
That's
yes.
the one.
This is what's coming. Everyone look forward to the yodeling. It's coming. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. I always thought Palewave's next step was yodeling. And I'm glad that I'm here to witness it. I knew it, and I was waiting.
Buy a lottery ticket.
That's all it is.
Buy a lottery ticket. Yeah. I'll go into William Hill and put the odds on. It's like, what's odds on yodeling?
You know a bit about it.
Exactly. And like you say, kind of like rest of the year for you guys, obviously getting this out there and seeing that reaction, but like, are you very much like, I guess like you say, like, do you have time to look back on kind of everything that you guys have achieved as well? Because like you say, this many albums in and playing kind of like the shows that you're playing and everything like that, like to think where you were kind of like right at the beginning, kind of in kind of venues like this as well, like do you give yourself that kind of time to look back, even though you're always trying to look forward?
I'm hugging the mic, so.
Yeah, I think every time we do a new album, you get to do the whole thing again. So it's like replaying the last one. Like you say, when you come to venues like this, it's like going back to the start and even the smell of when you walk in.
That was the first thing you said.
It was,
because you went, the smell is here.
Yeah.
Like, the smell is here.
There is that smell of the venues.
Walking through the crowd.
And it's like, it just takes you back. It takes you back to going to the shows.
Yeah.
Also playing them. And especially to come to a venue like this is cool as well because it's so much history and walls are plastered with it. Every Tom, Dick and Harry.
With various graffitis as well. From various films. I'm not condoning graffiti, but everyone does do it, so I'm going to leave that with you. I'm going to leave that with you for the rest of the
We don't bother because none of us are good enough at
No.
Good at drawing.
Imagine, Kira, you're good at painting.
Oh, you do it.
You got that finger.
No, you can't.
You're like,
What are you painting?
Yeah, get your paints out.
Who did the one in Millwall?
That was me.
Was that you?
No one should have put that on me. Don't do that.
That was bad.
It's like when people
That
ask
was
for
bad.
tattoos. When people want tattoos from me and I'm like, you don't. Don't ask that from me.
You see him at the next gig and you're like,
tattoo. The drawing, was it bad?
The drawing was awful.
Drawing was bad. Tattoo thing. Because, especially when they say sign your arm, because A, it's a Sharpie. B, like, I'm pissed.
and you always pissed. It's
And
always
it's an arm, it's right on an arm. Yeah, some of them it's like hours, it's a couple of hours and it's there. That's forever.
That's forever.
And I'm still drunk. It's all happened in that time,
Basically, if anyone listening as a Pelwis fan wants a tattoo, go to Q.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Well, that's the just don't.
No.
It's not going to go well for anyone else in that regard.
No.
Well, with that in mind, with that image, we're going to go to the tattoo place right now because that's exactly what's going to happen. But Pelwis, it's been a pleasure. Looking forward to the album coming out and everything more for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
What we're going to do is we're going to play on this. Again, this show that's coming out, past this show, but the show hasn't happened yet. This is Perfume by Pelwis, and we'll listen to it right now. Bam. Yeah.
Believe me, I can give you what you need. Your perfume on my skin, can our love just begin? Won't you let down your guard and walk into my arms? I wanna make you. I wanna make you. My girl, yeah.
And there we have it. Palewaves live from the 100 Club. About a month ago,
They had no idea Damon Albarn was going to come out.
they would never have known.
They wouldn't have known.
This
There's
is
no
making
way.
this episode even more. This is like shit Doctor Who.
I think this is very good Doctor Who, actually.
I haven't seen Doctor Who in a while, to be fair.
Well, this is great.
Yeah,
This is good
is
stuff.
Doctor Who good? It looks good.
Oh no, I think no. The new stuff I don't think is good, but this is good.
This is good.
This is good.
Thank you. It's great. Thank you to Pale Waves. Thank you to the 100 Club once again. And yeah, looking forward to Smitten out in September. Perfume, which you would have just heard. Amazing tune.
We're basically just going to do more of what we were doing before Pale Waves now. So for the 6 or 7 of you personally invested in me and Jamie, stick around. For the people here for the Pale Wave stuff, that's done.
Yeah. It's gone now. They're not coming back later in the podcast.
But really, what we're going to be doing is just sort of chatting and plugging about all the stuff we're doing for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, looking ahead to what's to come, basically. We've chatted about the stuff that we've been getting up to so far. But it's all kind of like really rolling. Let's start with. Should we go in chronological order? I guess.
Oh, I don't know. I can't.
I'll tell you what. Dork's Day Out.
Yeah. I don't even know what's when.
This is how the summer's going. Saturday, the 3rd of August, Signature Brew, Black Horse Road. We are back. Last couple of years, been a whole load of fun. It's kind of our big summer celebration, really.
It is.
A really nice day. DJs, live music, beers.
Celebrities turn up.
Celebrities do turn up.
Last year, Alex Rice from Sports Team turned up.
Yeah,
they weren't even playing.
Can
you imagine? Can you imagine the paparazzi?
Oh, mate.
It was incredible.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
I burnt my finger last year.
Did you?
Carrying a birthday cake over to Picture Parlour.
We ordered pizza for the bands, and then they didn't eat one of them, and I ate most of it, and it turned out Sean from Courting wanted it, but I'd already eaten it.
Sorry, Sean, if you're
Sean.
listening.
I think it was Sean that wanted it.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Not
it was
because
a good time for everyone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, really good time. Obviously, Thomas Headon headlined.
Yes.
With
Didn't
Courting.
realise he was headlining until we told him on the. I think actually the best primer you can have for Dork's Day Out, and I think the best primer for the show really is last year's podcast recorded from there. Is a very good time. Courting are on top form.
Yeah.
Thomas Headon thinks that Jamie is talking about Chinese politics for a while,
which
Thomas
really
Headon
nearly
doesn't know
caused
he's
an incident.
headlining for a while.
Yep.
Talk show.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's a good one actually.
It's a good one.
Good.
Yeah, you should go and listen back. But yeah, this year so far announced we've got Nell Mezcal, Bleach Lab, Lip Filler, Delights, and Welly.
Yeah.
With more to be revealed.
More to be revealed. Welly, I am very excited about.
Yes.
New band, the most dork-coded band I've heard in a long time.
Yes.
Just silly nonsense and also big tunes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Amazing tunes.
I'm very happy we are booking them, going to bat for them because they are and should be huge.
Yeah. And it all starts here.
It does.
Should we listen to a Welly song to get us in the mood for Dork's Day Out?
I'd love to.
So yeah, go buy your tickets. It's available in all good ticket places. Dice. We'll see you there. We'll be there.
Why not roll the dice?
And get a ticket.
Yeah, get a ticket.
Just get a ticket now, yeah. This is Welly with Soak Up the Culture.
Tell me all about you. Do you want to come and be sick in my hotel back room? Unpack your morals for that Carol Wax novels. Soak up the culture now. Soak up the culture now.
Culture.
Dork's Day Out. That's where you'll see them.
Enough about days out. What about nights out?
Oh, all right.
Hey?
Yeah.
Truck Festival this year. As for the past 2 years, God knows how we keep getting invited back. We will be hosting our Down with Boring Live Q&A session on the Sunday of Truck.
Correct.
And we also are. What are we doing? Is it curating? Hosting?
Co-curating. Hosting.
Enjoying.
Bringing.
We've got a stage.
Yes.
We've got some bands playing.
We have. Yes.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's good. Yes.
I been to Truck now for the past 2 or maybe 3 years. And it's just really great fun. If you haven't been, it's the right size. The bands are all fun. Everyone's having a good time. I saw an incredibly ropey Bruce Springsteen tribute in a weird tent once. There is a community tent which goes to charity where you get Jackie Potato for a £5.
Deals.
Barry from EastEnders does karaoke. The orchestra plays and everyone does a mosh pit to it. And then at the end, you get to see like a band like the Vaccines or the Kooks or something and sing some songs. It's
There
great.
it is. Put it on the poster,
Pretty
ladies and
much.
gentlemen. Done. And
yeah.
we're there as
Oh,
well.
and we're there too.
And we're there as well. Yeah, we've had a good time with Down with Boring Live there for the past couple of years. Bunch of amazing guests. Sigrid, famously.
Yes, Sigrid, who then included us, I think probably by mistake in our highlights of the year on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
We will take it.
Thank you,
No, it's
Sigrid.
been good fun. And it is good fun every year. And it is really fun to do them live, chat to people,
Yeah.
and have people there who can ask questions and engage with it. Because this is enjoyable to do, but a pretty weird one for me to just stare out the window talking to a man I see far too much of. Put it online, and then it says, yes, and people listened, and then we move on. So,
Who's that?
who is that?
Who is that? Who are you?
Who are you?
Let's
As
be
they
having
say.
you.
There's always
As
3 or
Stevie Smith
4
said.
people, at least,
Yes.
at the Down with Boring Live who stay through the whole thing, and that proves they're there for us.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, they stick around for that. Yeah. As seagulls depart,
Yes.
they stick around
Yeah,
for
as
us.
the tide leave with seagulls. It's just us. 4 people we know personally.
Wonderful. That's what it's all about. So come and see us. Yeah, on the Sunday. Really are taking over the Sunday of
Yes,
truck, aren't we?
big
This
Sunday.
year. So you can, and literally those 2 stages are right next to each other.
They
so you
are.
don't just go anywhere else.
You don't.
You can stay there the whole time.
See us.
Yep.
Go to that stage, see all of that, and then catch the end of the streets and
Yep.
go home.
Singing fit, but you know it,
Exactly.
and we're done.
They might end with Dry Your Eyes, mate.
They might. That's true. They might. More on if you keep an eye on Dork socials, we'll be announcing who'll be joining us for Down with Boring Live.
We will. We'll
the
also be announcing other things, maybe, if
Probably.
anything happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
What a great review.
Anyway, on our stage,
Yes. Who's playing?
friends of the show, Pill Punk Pioneers,
Mm.
and one of my favourite bands, and one of the best bands you will ever see live. And I will stake
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
reputation.
I think yeah.
on
That's
that.
fair. That's fair.
Velour are playing.
Yes.
So we're going to play a song from them because they're really good.
Yes.
Did you want to shout out anyone else playing on that stage, or are we going to?
Yeah. Make sure you're there for Heartworms.
Yes.
They are. That's gonna be really, really great. Like just absolutely amazing live. We've seen them at Rockaway Beach
We have
this year,
indeed.
which was incredible. So also shout out Rockaway Beach.
Yeah.
Back for 10th anniversary. That's gonna be fun.
In 6.5 months' time.
We're looking ahead. Mary in the Junkyard
Yeah.
also on the stage. Going to be very, very good as well. Personal trainer.
Yeah, honestly, we've pulled a blind.
There's more. There's
It's
more.
A great,
So
it's a great lineup.
make sure you're there. Make sure you're seeing everyone playing.
Also, we've got a promotion running where if you see Jamie and you punch him in the stomach, I'll buy you a pint.
I don't know about that, but okay. Is that assault?
It's a brand.
Yes.
It's a brand activation, Jamie. You wouldn't understand.
For what? Everlast boxing.
Yeah, and Dork magazine.
Of course.
This is not the end by Velour because afterwards we're going to talk about some other stuff.
This is not the end. 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 It's not a fucking end. This is not the 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 end.
Wonderful. There it is. Truck Festival. Come down. See us. We'll be kicking around.
We will. We will also be kicking around in a much more limited capacity
Limited.
at Reading Festival. this
Limited.
year. Well, we'll probably do the same podcast we normally do.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
guarantee that unless we rush one of them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm not going to be on the main stage chatting to Fred from Spectre at Reading. You know?
Oh, that's actually interesting because I'm looking at the lineup and it says that's actually in
Yeah,
there.
that's
so.
that one's just after D Block.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Reading back once again. Obviously, we go every single year. Kind of really, for all like the amazing festivals that we do, obviously get to go to and get to see, and obviously through the summer, Reading is kind of the big one really outside of Glastonbury.
Yeah, I think Reading's definitely the biggest one that is purely music focused.
Yeah.
And I also enjoy. I think Reading's lineup is always reflective of what young people listen to, and I really enjoy
Young
that.
people.
Well,
listen
yeah,
to?
I'm trying to think
Here
of a
he
way
is,
of saying it.
Grandad.
But I mean, like Glastonbury is obviously like all ages.
Yeah.
So what I enjoy about Reading is you will get like Fontaines D.C.
Yeah.
And you will get D Block Europe.
100%.
And I think it's quite nice to look at that and be like, yeah, no one listens to just one genre anymore.
Yeah.
It's just good shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then Liam Gallagher will play Digsy's Dinner.
Oh yeah, we've already previewed how fucking good that's going to be. Jake had a glowing review. Ridiculous lineup once again this year. I think there's a lot I'm excited about. Obviously, you got your headliners like Blink 182 is going to be
So we've
incredible.
already put in the request to chat to them. So I'm sure that will come off.
Yep, similar vibes. Like Lana Del Rey, that
Yes.
request is in.
Yep,
I think that show is going to be amazing because what I've seen from all of Lana's live stuff in America and so far this summer, it's looked proper amazing. I saw her at Glasgow last year. Was very, very good, but this feels like it's a proper step up. So
I think Glasgow last year was maybe the first time that everyone went, "Oh, she's putting effort in live now."
Yeah, it was amazing.
It's
only
gone up
changed
since then, and obviously always had the tunes.
Always had the tune. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing. We can rave to Fred again. I'll see. Well, actually, I don't know if you'll be around actually because you'll be.
Yeah,
be in
I'm
and
a bit
around.
in and out this year.
He's in and out. Don't worry, I'm there though. So you can punch me in the fucking.
No, that's only for truck.
Only for truck.
Only for
Okay,
truck.
yeah.
No-
No assault
no bonus
at Reading.
at Reading.
Thank you. That'd be appreciated.
Skrillex.
That's
important.
That's important. You're right. That is. Ray, who obviously has had just an incredible year. Obviously, Hannah was in Luton, I believe. For,
Yes,
Big
she
Weekends.
was
So
indeed.
Shout out. Wonder if she went to Medi.
Wonder if she went to Greetalian, the fusion pizza and kebab shop.
By fusion, what do you mean by that?
They do both.
Oh, right. I thought you meant like there's like a.
The
kebab
logo
pizza.
is half the Parthenon and half the Colosseum cut in half.
Great.
Yeah.
Innovators. You don't see that anywhere else, though, do you? Don't see that
Hands
anywhere
across
else.
the divide right there.
Loads of other, I guess, Dork favourites playing. Bleachers, obviously former cover stars. Last Dinner Party, who haven't been doing that many UK festivals. In fact, none. I think they did Big Weekend as well. This is a real shout out for Luton, isn't it? This episode, fuck me. Last Dinner Party at Reading on the main stage. I think it's a real moment that's going to be.
Yeah, there's a few of those going on. Aren't Courting
on the main stage.
where they
Friends of
always
the
deserve
show.
to be. I am quite interested in the Sunday lineup of Pendulum into 21 Savage into Catfish and the Bottlemen into Liam Gallagher. I think 21 Savage are genuinely very good.
Yes.
But that's a hell of a lineup.
It's a hell of a run, isn't it? Pendulum in the daylight might be a lot.
Yeah, and not in a tent as well. So that is it's a bit mental, isn't it?
A lot of former Dork cover stars playing. Obviously, Rene Rapp, of course, will also be there.
Viagra Boys headlining the Festival Republic stage will be big.
Yes, that'll be a real heavy one. Likewise, Japanese House on there. Rachel Chiri. There's a lot packed in.
I think it's
so
also.
gonna be great.
I mean, lineups go one or two ways where you see the headlines, you go, that's incredible, and then you see the rest and you're like, oh, there's nothing else there. Reading, I'm like
it's that
75% down it, and I'm like, oh, there's still good stuff.
Lots of
happening
great, amazing new music stuff as well. Soft launch on the BBC Introducing stage. A lot. Bieber Doobie, obviously. Confidence Man, who, as we were talking about earlier, absolutely smashed Glasgow a moment ago. That's going to be good. I
And
would
of
go
course,
there. Know the dance
here.
moves.
Jerry Cinnamon.
The vibes. My guy. She is a belter. That's the song. And that's how it goes.
Is it?
So be
Is
there.
it?
Also, if you really want to have a mad one, the Prodigy are playing. Forgot about that.
They are, yeah.
That's
The
a lot.
Prodigy, I was saying this earlier, the Prodigy is the one time in my life I have had to be pulled over the barrier by security because it was all too much. And that was because I genuinely didn't touch the floor for the first
Fucking
minute
hell.
of Smack My Bitch Up. And I just sort of had to, I was at Ziggett, and I had to wave at a large Hungarian man who pulled me out from under the armpits like the monkey holding up, is it Mufasa in The Lion King?
Yeah.
It was quite something, actually.
You really
For a brief second,
changed you.
my face was level with the knees of one of Prodigy because he lifted me so high.
just on stage at that
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
And then I got told to leave.
And so basically, you weren't tough enough at that point.
No, God, no.
no. It's changed though. I've seen you in mosh pits.
Prodigy's summon, though, isn't it?
It's an
It's
intense.
a lot. I think
yeah.
also the thing for me, Prodigy and Skrillex, very, very good fun to have a very good time to. The closer you get to the front, the more insane it is because everyone's still trying to dance, but they have no space. There's just limbs. There's just limbs everywhere. Wherever you are, you're just getting pummeled from all around by people trying to dance in a space not big enough.
Yeah, and just being shouted at.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
shouted at in your face. So look forward to that at Reading.
Yeah.
Friday. That'll be
The
good.
big one.
That's your choices. Lots to look forward to there. So yeah, looking forward to being back at Reading.
Yes.
It's gonna be very fun. And one set I think that's going to be obviously a real we talked a lot about range of highlights there, but one that I'm really looking forward to is Fontaines D.C.
Yes, the new era, the new look. They have so far released 2 songs for the new album, and both of them have been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, Starburster I think kind of just became, I don't know, just kind of became this. It's become one of the songs of the summer.
Yeah, and I think they're one of those bands I think that always are. Every album is quite different to the last, but I think looking at the tour they've put, I was like, they've definitely underplayed that. This is the album. Well, these songs to me are the ones that feel like they could be doing arenas.
Yeah. This is like the real.
And I think Reading is bang in the middle of their audience, and I would be shocked if they do not get one of the biggest crowds. And rightly so.
Yeah, when they did it last time, when they brought out, do you remember the guy who got up on stage to
I
play?
do indeed. Yes.
Yeah.
To do Hurricane Laughter.
Maybe Boys in the Bearland.
Boys in the Bearland. That's right. Yeah.
Don't know. One of them.
One of them.
Yeah, I don't really know how he's going to get up there and do Starburster, but
Maybe he'll just do the.
yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold the sign up. Let me do the asthma bit on Starburst.
like it's Green Day. Just can you do it? Can you do it? Get him up, boys. Get him up. I just want to flag, by the way, I was at a festival in the Czech Republic a couple of weeks ago.
Of course.
Rock for People. And Bring Me the Horizon played, and they pulled someone up to do a song. And I've never really seen Bring Me the Horizon do that before, right? Guy went up on stage and he's like, right, do you know how to do this? He's like, yeah. Came up and I looked at him and there was just nobody home. The man was fucked. Let's be frank here. And proceeded just to wander around on stage. The only thing he could do was just go, let's fucking go, Love People.
Incredible.
And that was it. He couldn't sing the song, didn't know the words. Great. Even though he had a sign saying, can I sing this song?
There was a question.
Can I? And the answer was no. But yes, no, I think, by the way, this is Reading for Fontaines will be the day after the album comes out.
It will.
So,
So I hope they just do the album all the way through. And anyone that doesn't know the words, they're like, oh, come
you're
on.
not a fan, you know.
I remember
Scan it.
At, I think it was at Ziggett, I really distinctly remember someone played, and all I remember, I didn't know them. I didn't know the person, but they were on the main stage.
Oh,
and I
who's
remember
playing?
they said, this is my new single. This was day 6 of the festival. They said, this is my new single. It came out a couple of days ago. Sing along if you know the words. And obviously, no one was singing because they'd all been there.
They've not had the
for 5
chance to
days.
listen to the album.
And this person kept being like, come on, sing along. And I really remember because someone sort of came out and said something and then they just didn't say it again. And I really think a member of their stage crew must have gone out and be like, everyone's been here for 5 days on a small island in the middle of the Danube. They have not been listening to your new
They've
song.
barely been asleep, but they don't know what
It was
they're
also
doing.
like 3 p.m.
Oh.
Someone I'd never heard of.
You
so-
don't need that. You don't need that.
Come on.
So yeah, maybe hopefully they'll know the words when Fontaines play. I think it'll be a massive moment for them, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it feels like it's their year.
Last
and
year
everything
was
that's
big
come out was great.
when they played.
Yeah.
And I think the timing this year is better.
Yeah.
The tracks are huge. And from what I've seen of them doing live stuff of it, like they're absolutely owning it.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds amazing. So looking forward to it. That'll be a highlight. Circle that in.
Yes.
And until then, let's listen to Favourite, which has just come out. So this is Fontaine's Favourite.
Did you know cities on the turn are awful strange? Yeah, now every time you blink you feel a change. And it's been a long you were my favorite for a while.
There we go.
that's it.
That's
That's all we've got for you.
That's all we've got. Hope you enjoyed us checking in on everyone.
Yeah. I think
had a
we
nice
will
chat.
be back in a month or so with our truck live one. Is that right? Is that our next one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, keep an eye out for everything that's going on. We'll be back with that.
Dork Stay Out. Will we do a
Dork Stay Out. You can catch
Reading
us.
will be there.
Exactly.
Bothering bands.
Exactly. So keep an eye on that for the rest of the summer. And then from September, we'll be back
Business as usual.
in full flow
BAU.
with a bunch of acts already chomping at the bit to be on the show. Thanks to Pearl Waves for chatting and for playing Dork's Night Out. A really amazing one. We will catch you all soon. We're going to go back to watching Glastonbury now. As an update, I think who's on next? Anne-Marie is on in 9 minutes as we speak at the moment.
I mean, speaking of
PJ Harvey is on
lineups.
Yep.
The other stage on Friday at Glastonbury is a good example of how no one at Glastonbury is sticking around at the stage all day because it's Bombay Confidence Man into Bombay Bicycle Club, into Anne-Marie, into D Block Europe, into Idols.
What more can you want? I think Fontaines are actually going to be. They're playing later on, aren't they?
They are, although I assume most people will be at D Block Europe singing the lyrics to Home Pussy at the time.
And with the words Home Pussy.
New pussy good.
No.
But the home pussy make you feel safe. Into Idols Never Fight a Man with a Perm.
We're gonna
see you soon, guys.
Great to be back.